In this video, we will understand about the block flow diagram. Block flow diagrams were introduced early in the chemical engineering curriculum. In the first course, in the material and energy balances, that means, when we say MEB, material and energy balances, the initial step was to convert a word problem into a simple block diagram. That means, given a problem specification, you understand the problem or you read the word problem and you convert that into, a block diagram consists of more than one or more than blocks connected by the directed arrows. The diagram, the diagram consisted of series of blocks as shown here, representing different equipment or unit operations that were connected by input and output states. But literally, they are only square blocks or rectangular boxes. So now, let me take out all these things here. This slide tells us what does block flow diagram include. It includes operating temperatures, operating pressures, conversions, that means in the percentage you can say, yield also. And also, along with that, it contains the flow rates and some chemical compositions too. Okay, chemical compositions too. See, when we say conversions, that means in a reactor, in a reaction, how much is converted? That also we can decide, or rather, that also we can understand from the block flow diagram. But this does not include what? In the block flow diagram did not include any details of the equipment within any of the blocks. That means, suppose I have a block called tower. Tower looks like this. What is the height of the tower? How many trays are there? It is a distillation tower or pump or any other equipment. But it is not saying anything. It is only just a block. Okay, done. Now let's go to the next diagram now here. See, generally there are block flow diagram takes two forms. Number one is block flow process diagram. If a block flow diagram is speaking with respect to only single process, or if a block flow diagram is drawn for a single process, it is known as block flow process. But if a block flow diagram is drawn for a complete chemical complex, that means if you take a large chemical plants like Reliance Industries, Coromandel Industries, IOCL, they are having not one process, they are having integrated processes. That means one production unit, the output of the one production unit becomes the input to the another production unit. Such places, in one page, they try to represent entire block flow plant diagram. What is the idea behind the block flow process diagram? A block flow diagram is very useful for getting a feel for the process. Block flow process diagrams often form the starting point to develop PFD. PFD is known as what? Process flow diagram. It is known as process flow diagram. They are very useful in conceptualizing new processes, explaining the main features of the process without getting bogged down in the details. That means no details are required. What is the equipment? Pump is used, or crystallizer is used, evaporator is used, tower is used, dryer is used, not required. Only in one block everything will come into picture. Yeah. Now let us look at an example of block flow process diagram. In this example, if you see, this is the output. Benzene is the output. And of course, you have mixed gases which are uncondensables. So you can check the reactor here, the reaction here. The reaction says toluene is reacting with hydrogen. So these are the raw materials. So this is raw material 1, this is raw material 2. It is also showing the quantities of the raw material. Toluene is 10,000 kgs per hour, hydrogen 820 kgs per hour. They are going into, or they are being used as a reactant, and they are reacted in a reactor. So here a reaction takes place. But you need excess toluene actually. You need excess toluene. In that sense, what happens is after the reaction is completed, the benzene and the toluene are separated. Once the benzene is formed, benzene and toluene are aromatics, it can be separated in this particular state. The toluene which is appearing or which is taken out as a bottom product in the tower. So here, the bottom product tower, it goes back as a recycle into the reactor again. The leftover, or the benzene is taken as the top product in the state. Okay. This separated is helpful. This separated is helpful in separating the mixed gases which are uncondensable. But everywhere you see there are quantities. A particular block is also understood if you know the process thoroughly. Okay, right. So this is a broader view of the process, single process. That means production of benzene from toluene. Now see a little more deeper. What does each, uh, what are the steps involved? That is what we will see. We'll try to see what are the steps involved in this particular process. Number one, toluene and hydrogen are converted in a reactor to produce benzene and methane. Number two, the reaction does not go to completion, see, and excess toluene is required. The non-condensable gases are separated and discharged. Where it is done? So here. Yeah. Next, the benzene product and the unrated toluene are then separated by distillation. Where it is done here? This is the tower. So this is the tower. Okay. Next, the toluene is then recycled back to the reactor and the benzene removed in the product stream. So where are they? This is the product stream which is removed in the product stream. So if your inputs are 10,000 kgs per hour of toluene and 820 kg per hour of hydrogen, so the product which we are getting is 8,210 kgs per hour of benzene. Okay. Now let us go to the next section here. Yeah. Now see, there are certain details, other details of the block flow diagram. The block flow diagram gives a clear overview of the production of benzene, unobstructed by the many details related to the process. Simple, if you tell you in a simple way. Each block in the diagram represents a process function. See, each block represents a process function. But in reality, it consists of several pieces of equipment. Yeah. Now, this is very important. What are the conventions used? What are the conventions used in preparing block flow diagram? See, here it is saying preparation of block flow diagram. So, what are the conventions? We need some conventions. The general format and conventions used in the preparing the block flow process diagram are, see, very careful. Block flow process diagram. It is not block flow diagram simply. That means it is block flow process diagram, single process. Operations are shown by blocks. Major flow lines shown with arrows giving direction of flow. Third one, flow goes from left to right whenever possible. Fourth one, light stream, that means gases, toward up, with the heavy stream, liquids or gases, or liquids or solids, toward bottom. See, it is shown like this. Critical information unique to the process applied, very critical information, that's it. No more details of the equipment, instruments, those things. If the lines, if the lines cross, that means a horizontal line and a vertical line. Suppose say like this. One stream is going like this, another stream is coming and has to pass through. That means in block flow diagram, we have to show it like this. Then he says the horizontal line is continuous. He says the horizontal line is continuous, but the vertical line, if there is a vertical line like this, if it is coming, suppose let me take another color here. If there is a vertical line which is coming like this and has to cross it, there is a break. There is a the vertical line is broken. Hierarchy for all drawings. The everything, like this. You have to do like this. Simplified material balance is provided. That means how much is raw material one, how much is raw material two, like that, and what is the product, what are the quantities that that's it. So this conventions in the format are very important in preparing the diagram well. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll come back with another beautiful video again.